Who has heard of or uses a seizure detection device? There are heaps of them out there, and they can play a really crucial role in communicating about our seizures to our neurologists and hopefully leading to a more accurate diagnosis and more effective treatment and care. But they aren't perfect, right? They really do need improving. That's why it's worth listening to my short video with Professor Sándor Beniczky, who's doing a really simple survey with patients, with carers, and even some doctors to find out how these devices and these applications can be improved. So find out how you can be involved by watching this video. Oh, and if you're new to the channel, make sure that you subscribe, hit the bell for notifications so not to miss our weekly episodes, which come out every Thursday. I'm delighted today to introduce you to Professor Sándor Beniczky, who is a leader in the field of epileptology, neurophysiology. Today, we're going to share with you a really easy study about epilepsy detection devices, which is being managed by SANDOR. So could you tell us a bit about yourself and the study, please, Sándor?
Yes, so I'm a neurologist, a clinical neurophysiologist and epileptologist. I'm working in Denmark, both at the Danish National Epilepsy Center and at Aarhus University. And one of our most important research topics is the automated seizure detection using wearable devices. And I think when I talk to people with epilepsy and their family members, I'm preaching to the choir when I emphasize how important these devices are. So they can help alarming and then prevent the injuries and medical complications, even some potentially serious medical complications associated with seizures, especially after the big generalized tonic-clonic seizures. And then, because most of the people with epilepsy cannot remember all their seizures, it would be very important to have an objective quantification of the seizure frequency so that the physicians can fine-tune the medication to the real seizure frequency. So this is an important topic, yet we only tested these wearable devices in an artificial environment in epilepsy monitoring units or telemetry units, where the mobility of the patient is usually restricted, so that's not the real life setting. So we would like to learn more about how these gadgets, how these wearable seizure detection devices perform in the real world, in the home environment of the patient. So we set up a survey study, and we would like to learn about the experience of the people using this. So patients who are using it, or their caregivers or family members of people with epilepsy are very welcome to fill in this survey if they or their family member or patient uses such devices. So it's very important that we invite only those who have direct experience with such devices.
And could you just reassure people about the confidentiality of the information they provide, please?
Yes, so the survey is anonymous. No personal information in the survey. Yet at the end, if you want to contact us, there is at the end a box with free text. So if you have questions or if you want us to contact you, then you can do that. But the survey is completely anonymous.
And also, it's really quick to do. I know you were saying in another chat we had it was 10 minutes, but I've done it or gone through it, shall we say, in about 4 minutes. So it is really quick. And also, isn't it true that people from all over the world can do this survey? It is not restricted.
Yes, so this is the advantage of the internet. So we hope to reach out globally. We have several languages. Of course, English would be the largest coverage, but we have also a version in German and Danish and Dutch and Hungarian, so we try to reach as many people with epilepsy as possible.
Also, is it worth mentioning that this survey is even worth sharing with your neurologist or your epilepsy nurse as well, because then we just spread this opportunity to share information and experiences even further, right?
Right. And please help us, because without your input, we will not be able to fine-tune where to focus our efforts in the development and research.
Sometimes people who have seizures aren't even aware that they've had seizures, or they forget. And I can speak personally that sometimes if I feel like off my face of seizure, I might remember a bit of it, or I think that, oh, I felt a bit weird and I'm not sure it was a seizure. And then Another example, I was with a person I was working with on a train, and he had a pretty severe focal seizure, and he had no recollection of it at all, and it lasted about 5 minutes. So it's really important to get insight from all areas, I think.
That's absolutely correct, and our research also shows that almost 3/4 of the so-called focal impaired awareness seizures are not recalled by the people with epilepsy. So.
Well, thank you very much, Sándor. We're just keeping this really short. And again, anybody got any questions, I'll put links below this video. No such thing as a bad question. And please do this easy survey. Give your insight to benefit, the world, for people affected by epilepsy and everybody else, because we are all affected indirectly, if not directly.
Thank you so much for your input and help.